I'm Jain Kumar. I'm having 10 years of
Yes.
experience and I mostly worked in the ETL testing project only. Okay. The agenda of the course is let me share my screen and then I will explain you what are the topics I'm going to cover and what are the full syllabus of the course. Okay. So this is the it will take 5 weeks to 6 weeks full this class and we are going to cover data warehouse concept, basic SQL to complex SQL. We'll see like how to create table, insert table and other functions, functions, joins and other things. We'll work on the complex SQL also. I will give you the theory part as well as the query part also, and we'll see that how to if you will be good in SQL, then only your selection will be there in a company. Like company will ask for most of the question from the SQL only. So if you will answer the all question from SQL, then you will be able to crack the interview. Okay. Other than that, one or two questions you can expect. If they will ask 10 questions in an interview, one or two questions you can expect from DWH concept, and then 5, 6 questions from SQL. Informatica, like sometimes they ask, sometimes they don't ask. And then like manual testing, you can expect one or two questions. The project explanation they will ask. So these are the pattern of the interview. So if you will not able to answer the SQL, then they will not select because they need strong in SQL. So I will teach you how to write query, how to execute, and everything I will show. And the like complex part also I will show you like whatever it's required for the ETL you guys. Okay, so later on we'll work on the Informatica tool with transformation logic, HPLM tool overview for the test management, basic Unix command required for the ETL testing. We'll go through the basic Unix command, manual testing concept also we need for the ETL testing. Okay, so how to design a test case, so how to prepare test strategy, some basic knowledge we need for the ETL testing from the manual testing. Okay, so next one will see agile methodology. Like I will explain you. Sometimes people do ask which methodology you follow, so that also we'll discuss. And moreover, the project explanation, real time to project, I will explain based on the real time scenario. So that you same project you can explain to like in interview as well, so that you will be able to crack the interview. So some important interview ETL interview questions we'll see, and I will help you to be prepare your resume. Okay. And we'll in last we'll provide the like how to upload in Naukri portal, and if will get any referral or any job openings, then I will refer you guys. So you can proceed further, you can attend the interview and crack the interview. So what happens, why I'm just suggesting this ETL testing class, because people what do they go for the Selenium with Java and all, they try to learn Java, but the process itself is taking 6 months, 7 month time to complete the class. Then you will learn, then you will prepare. It will take 4, 5 months. Then whole year it will pass. But in ETL testing, this is not the scenario. SQL and overall course, it will take 5 weeks to 6 weeks. And if you will prepare now onwards only, after 4, 5 weeks, you'll be able to attend the interview. And the questions, the question level is very easy. It's not difficult to crack the interview. Okay, so it's like easy way to enter any of the software company, or like if any freshers are there, so if they will learn, then they will get easily job, or like experienced people with other they have gap in 3 years, 4 years in IT, and like in the after they're completing engineering, they can also learn it, and they can join the IT companies. So, okay. One of the lady was there who was having 10 years of gap in engineering, and so recently only I taught her, and then she got placed in a one nice company, one MNC company, and she is working fine. Like she was having 10 years of gap. So gap doesn't matter. your hard work and dedication should be there. So one thing, like whatever I'm just teaching, if you will follow that, and if you will stick with the 1.5 month, and you will dedicately, if you will work, definitely you are going to definitely you are going to get placed. Okay, so this is not a rocket science. It's like very easy concept. So, but your dedication they required must. So data warehouse architecture will see in data warehouse concept. We'll see data warehouse architecture. What is data warehouse? Just I'm giving the roadmap so that you will have complete overview. You people have will have complete overview of the what are the topics I'm going to cover. If randomly if I'll start any topic, then you people will get confused. So just understand the process or understand the flow of the this course so that you will not get confused while start any topics. Okay, so that's why I'm taking time to explain the thing. Okay, the data warehouse architecture will see how data from where data comes and how data will be processed and how it will be kept in a target and how we can generate the report. These are all we'll see in a database architecture, data warehouse architecture. The definition wise also we'll see. Types of database we'll see, and what is normal database, and data warehouse also will cover it. And we'll see that what is ETL. ETL stands for extract, transform, load. We'll see the definition as well as what is the importance in data warehouse. We'll see that. Now, what is OLTP and OLAP? Interview perspective, this is very important. OLTP and OLAP. You may expect a question on this. Okay, so this is what the difference between OLTP and OLAP. We'll see data mart. We'll see what is the difference between data mart and data warehouse. These are the topics. It will be new for you people, but don't worry. After completing this course, you will be able to answer all these things, and this is required for the ETL testing. So prerequisite. Okay, so this is the things needed to learn before the you start working in a ETL testing project. Okay, what is data modeling technique? Data modeling technique. So this is the technique how designer, the architecture designer or developer they design the data warehouse, like ETL process. How they design from where the data will come, what are the source they will have, where the data will store temporary and where the transformation logic will be applied, and how the target should look like. Okay, so these are all comes under the dimensional data modeling technique. So what is star schema, what is snowflake schema, these are all we'll see. What is dimension and dimension table and its type, what is fact and fact table and its type also we'll see. What is normalization and denormalization, we this also we'll see. What is slowly changing dimension, SCD and SCD types? This we'll see when we'll do Informatica. So that time we'll see. So this is the topic for the data warehouse concept. Okay. Some 20 topics are there. So that I'm going to cover for this data warehouse topic. So it will take 2-3 classes. That's all. Okay. 2 classes hardly it will take. And it will be over. So it's very easy. Only the theory part, nothing coding, no extra things are needed. Only you need to remember the terms and you have to understand the topic. So in basic of SQL, like SQL, what Oracle SQL I'm going to teach. So what are the things I'm going to what are the things I'm going to show you? Introduction to Oracle SQL, working with DDL command, data retrieval techniques, or working with DML command. So these are all we'll see. All these techniques like how to create table, insert table, how to modify tables, how to drop tables. All these things we'll see. So that any of the interview questions you will be able to answer. Okay. Data control language, general functions. General functions is very important with respect to interview. Uh, uh, in this one, you can expect out of 5-6 questions when they will ask interview from SQL. 2-3 questions you can expect from general functions. Okay, so in general function, case conversion function, character function, date conversion function. These are all comes in function only. String number conversion function, analytical functions. These are all we'll see. Data aggregate functions also we'll see. Integrity constraint, table join, set operator. The set operator is very important with respect to ETL testing. Subqueries, what is views, Okay, so how to create backup table, important SQL queries. So we'll see case statement also. Okay, so this is the part we are going to cover into. Uh, I'm going to cover into the SQL part. Okay, so any question, anyone? We don't need a PL SQL. We don't need like complex thing. We need only like average. So you practice more queries part and others, you will able to crack the interview. Okay. So in any questions anyone's having? No one? Okay. Hmm. So in Informatica tool, we'll see the overview. This is not much required for with the testing perspective. This is much required for the developer. So how to design, how to do all these things, from where, what are the source and what are the target. They will design everything, and we don't need much. We need only the Power Center workflow manager and monitor. Other than that, we need workflow and mapping. We need. Okay, so we need to run the work jobs into workflow manager, and same status of the running job we can monitor into our Informatica workflow monitor. And definition wise, will that's all we have to see. And if job will fail, then we have to see the log why job is failing if data is not coming, say 100 data we are loading and only 90 data is getting loaded, then we'll backtrack that 10 record where which table is not getting loaded. So in between the process, you will have in between the process you will have uh, when we say data warehouse architecture or database data warehouse, how data will flow from source to target. In between that, multiple tables will be involved. You can say 100 of tables and all, but one job, or say one job will depends on 10 to 15 tables. So if I load 100 record to 90 record, uh, if I load 100 record and only 90 record will be processed, then we have to track that where that 10 record is gone, and why is not loading. So these are all we'll see what is workflows, what is session, what is mapping, all these things we'll see. What is transformation, and like types of transformation. Okay, so this is also while developer will develop mapping, that time they will use this aggregate, the filter, router, and all these things are different. Apart from this, also we have a different transformation logic. Okay, so aggregate, filter, router, expression, joiner, lookup. We'll see one by one, like what is this all transformation logic. Don't be confused. These are all tool based. Okay, and we don't need much detail in that. Only theoretical part is fine. What is the log files in Informatica? Okay, we'll see that how we can fetch the log files, and if job failed, then how can we track the error, how to validate log files also see, and source to target validation. When we say the 100 data is loading to a target, and if it's 100 data is loaded, then we have some set of we'll have the some set of queries and test cases. We have to validate that as well. Like if it's failing, it's like 100 out of 100 only 90 records are loading, then we have to see the business logic, on what business logic it is eliminating 10 records, or if it's not loading, then it's a defect. So you have to raise the defect. I will show you everything. So these are what testing scope for Informatica. So we'll discuss that as well. And manual testing concept as well, we'll discuss SDLC. Okay, SDLC, or like a software development life cycle. So software development life cycle, what is this in a company? This is the process, this is the method, how the software will be developed. Okay, so what are the rules they will follow? How they are going to process with the like development of the software. So this will give you the complete idea what is the role of developer, what is the role of tester, and others. Okay, So what is the requirement traceability matrix? This also will discuss. These are all manual topics what we are going to discuss. STLC, software testing life cycle. We are testers, so we are learning testing software testing how to test the ETL testing. We are learning ETL testing, so we'll see that what are the topics, what are the steps we have to follow in part of STLC. Sanity and smoke testing, we'll see regression testing, test strategy, test plan, test case design, defect tracking, defect life cycle, severity, and test closure report. So these are all topics, are manual topics. I will show you. These are all see manual testing. If I will cover full, then it will take another 2 months because it's syllabus for manual testing is used. Okay, syllabus for manual testing is used. But we'll see some selected topics which is required for the ETL testing when you will be working in a project or when you will attend the interview. So these are the things we'll see. Okay, and then agile methodology. So this is the methodology in any of the company, most of the company, they use to develop a software so that the development of software will be in a faster mode and efficient way. Okay, what are the different meeting in agile methodology? Scrum master and role. These are all agile methodology apart from the Scrum master and product owner. Initial and incremental load. We'll see what is FTP, file transfer protocol, project explanation, discussion on interview questions related to ETL testing, and we'll in last we'll see test management tool HPLM, how to create test case, how to store into test lab, how to run it, how to fail it. These are all we'll see how to raise defect. Okay. In last, we'll if time permits, or we'll see Python automation so that you can put in your resume that you have basic knowledge of Python and Python automation. So it will increase weight of your resume compared to others if you'll put this one. We'll see that Python introduction, Python comments, variables, Python casting, Python string, Python operators, Python list, tuples, set, dictionaries. These are all we'll see as part of Python. And in automation, what we will see, how to open Chrome, how to open Mozilla, writing Oracle, Python script in a part as a part of automation. Okay, and how to display the title of the page, how to close the browser. These are all part we'll see. If time permits, we'll see that one. Okay. So, but after completing of Informatica, I will explain you the project, and you start attending interviews so that you will see your level, how much more effort you need to put for the job, and these are all will go parallelly with your when you'll put resume in Naukri, you will start getting a call. So parallelly, it will take hardly 2-3 classes. So we'll complete that one and you attend the interview. So that is what complete roadmap of ETL testing using Python and Python automation. Okay. So Python also basic. I will teach you on automation also. Few topics I will cover so that in interview, if they will ask some question, you can answer on that. Okay. So this is what complete roadmap. You have any questions? Anyone?
No.
Okay. Okay. Hmm.
Hi Jay, this is Arup here. Uh,
Oh,
is it
Arun.
audible? Arup, ARUP, Arup.
Okay. Yeah, Arun. Yeah,
Yeah.
tell me.
So actually, I am already working with this ETL production support and development for Cognizant. So I have come across you in Facebook. So today I have attended the class. So in the morning I had some weekend release program. So I couldn't attend on time, but later on after some time I joined. So I can
uh,
see that some new topics with the Python automation.
yeah,
Already I did a course on Python. I mean, it's like a list tuple dictionaries, right? And
yeah,
NLP,
yeah,
network. All this. But I don't know how is it both are related here. I mean, Python on the other hand, and here ETL on the other way, right? Um, so how it is linked? I mean, I've seen that one transformation is there, right? Like a Java transformation.
hmm.
Yeah, Java transformation. But nowadays, you are talking about which version? I mean, this Informatica 9.6.1, or is it 10.4, or which one
It's
you
a
are going to
10.2.
automate with?
Yeah, yeah. Let me clear the things. So it's a 10.2, Informatica 10.2, and moreover, what I say, I never told like we are going to work ETL testing with Python. Okay, so it's like Python automation is different and ETL testing is different. So ETL testing, what I will like it's a huge syllabus we have. Okay, and if I will and Python automation, why I'm explaining, because in interview if you will put only ETL testing, then it will be not impressive, your profile will be not impressive. So if
Yes, yes,
you
it's
will
all
mention
outdated. Yeah,
yeah, if you will mention one or two lines for the Python, I know the basic of Python, and
yeah,
I have basic knowledge on automation using Python, then it's increasing your weightage. It's
yes,
always
yes, yes.
nice to add some topics. Okay,
Yeah,
so that's
yeah.
why I have mentioned so that in
So,
interview, yeah,
yeah.
our like syllabus is this much only. Okay, so based on this much only, you will get the things. Okay, so you will get the job. So Informatica tool, you don't need much knowledge on this, frankly speaking. If any of the project, if you'll go all places, they are not using Informatica. Okay, in out of five or six project, you will get one or two project working in Informatica, and that also people will not ask you what is aggregate transformation, all these things, when you will be working in any of the company. So okay, so don't distract yourself with the others that unnecessary topics. Okay, manual testing itself, duration for the complete course, if you want to learn from end to end manual testing, then it's required 1 month to 1.5 month. Okay, but we don't need much. Okay, so trust me, you don't need much, only this much of topic is fine. Okay, and your dedication will be needed. So Python things, it's like as I told you, consider as a two stone. ETL testing is a different stone, and Python automation is a different stone. Just for the increase your resume value, I am just going to explain this. Okay, so so that if someone, five people out of 10 people, if 6 or 7 or 8 people with only ETL testing profile, and your profile will be with I have basic knowledge of Python and automation, and then your what happened when your profile will go for the interview selection. So what they will do, client, okay, he know Python also, he know automation with Python also, okay, select this person and arrange interview, ask for the interview. So out of that 10 profile, your profile will be the on the first preference. So this is the meaning to keep Python automation. So okay, so don't confuse. Any question anyone have? Okay. Okay, so next we'll discuss, we'll start the topic. Very first topic, we'll start with the data warehouse architecture, and we'll discuss how ETL testing works and how like data warehouse architecture and everything. Like we'll start with the first class. This is the roadmap of complete ETL. What are the topics we are going to cover? And you guys can able to see my screen? Okay. So
Yes, yes, I can.
yeah. So these are the topics what I have shown you in a roadmap, complete ETL testing roadmap. These are the topics what we are going to cover. So let's discuss what is data warehouse and how this architecture looks like. So I have taken a very good diagram for the data warehouse architecture, and this exactly how it will be in a company. Okay, the method and the process will be same in any of the company. If you go like you will have almost same diagram or same architecture. So data will come to a source, and it will be stored in a staging area temporarily, where like cleansing and transformation logic will be applied. And it will, after cleansing of the data and appropriate data, it and after applying transformation logic, then it will go to the target data warehouse, and it will move further with the selected department, and it will go to the users means who is users here, the higher level management or company client manager, or you can say client higher management, who want to generate the report to see the progress of their organization, so they can able to generate the report. Okay, so we'll see, we'll take one example and we'll see how it works in a real time project. Okay, so for that, let's create one diagram. Okay, so here we can see that take one example of bank. Okay, so if I consider a bank, HDFC Bank. Okay, so HDFC Bank, we know everyone will, HDFC Bank. So they have a huge number of branch. They have huge number of ATMs. They have a huge number of customer who is using online banking, and they have a loans facility as well, two-wheeler, four-wheeler, personal loan, home loan, other loans also. They have facilities. So what it will be like? You consider branch wise. You consider branch wise. You have this one branch wise, and this one for the uh, this is branch wise, this is ATM, and this you consider as it generate data from the online. Okay, and this generate data from the loan department. So you consider this is the branch wise, this is the ATM. Okay, and this is the lending zone. This is the lending zone where data will come from here to here. Okay, here to here. This is the staging area, you can say staging area. And from here, the data will go to target. The data will go to target, and in target, after target, the business users who want to generate the report to see the progress of the bank, they can able to generate. So one more thing, like if I will go for a branch, so what they will do withdraw of the money. They will deposit money. The customer will go and they will deposit money. They will withdraw money, and other things. In ATM also you do transaction. Okay, and in online banking also you do transaction. You receive money, you transfer money, you open FD, RD, and all these things. And in loan, monthly EMI will be there. If you have taken loan of 50 lakhs, and then monthly loans will be 35. Based on that, some calculation will be there. So based on that, your EMI calculation will be there. Every month you will be paying EMI. And in staging, what will be there? If I say it will be a cleansing operation. So data once will be entered in a branch or others, so it will be not in a proper format. Somewhere like if you think that you see this is your data, your name is say Jayant, Jaynt, and say this is the data you have. So your name is Jaynt, and okay, and your last name is Kumar, but they have mentioned K only, and your date of birth is something like 1506 and say 1989 you say. Okay, so what will happen, that data what is there. So customer want, no, I want my name as a capital letter. It should be capital letter, and in the last name should be also not K. It should be a full name. So they want to add Kumar. Okay, so this will make the data proper. So 1506 1989 if I say. Okay, so they want what they want. No, 06 convert to the month. So 15, you say June. Okay, June, and then 1989. Okay, so like this format they want, or they want mm, DD, okay, and year. So what they will do, the business people will tell you that this is my requirement. Okay, so this is the my requirement, and according to this requirement, you please modify data and make data proper. Okay, and moreover, like if you will, and others transformation logic also will be applied. So if customer what they want, okay, my in database, if you will see in a database, if you will see, just a second, it's opening. We'll show you in the database how the uh, table looks like. So see, this is the table we have in our database, and if you will see here, it's employee ID, and it's a first name and last name, first name and last name. Now, company or client want, no, I don't want two first name and last name. I want only one column. Stephen and King should be all together. So I want Stephen and King all together in my target database. Okay, in my target database. So Stephen and King in this format, I want my data. So you have to apply transformation logic for that. So that's what in staging layer, you will be applying all cleansing process. You will make data proper as per the business, and you will apply the transformation logic, and this is the target where the data will be stored. After transformation cleansing, the proper data, permanent data will be stored, and from this target, this business user, what they will do, they will be able to generate the report. If they want to, business user want to generate report for the day wise, month wise, or year wise to see the growth. So definitely they will have a thousand of branch. They will have thousands of branch, and they want to see the progress of one branch at a time. Okay, so they want to say day wise, they want to see month wise, they want to see year wise. Then they will able to generate the data, and it will be fetched from here. Okay, so this is what we have architecture of data warehouse. The same thing what I have explained you, this one. So we'll get the data from the source, like you can say that ATM, bank branches, loan, online banking. So this all will generate the data, transaction data here, and it will be after the once in the end of the day or end of the week, data will move to a staging area. So staging area also, we will not have permanent data. We will have also we temporary only it will be stored. Say maximum value 15 days or 28 days, they will store data, and in this layer they will make data proper cleansing, the cleansing of the data, or a mobile number is not in proper format, they will make proper format. The name is not in proper format, so they will make name proper format. Other than the date of birth or other details, if it's missing, they will make it proper, because the data warehouse, this target table will accept a structured data. It will not accept unstructured data. Okay, so these are here whatever we have semi-structured data. So we'll make the data properly, and we'll apply the business rules. Business rules means business logics, which will be provided by the client. My data looks like exactly, I want my data looks like same in my target database, so that the business users will be able to generate report, and they will see the progress. If any of the branch they are not performing well, or any of the branch two-wheeler sales are two-wheeler loans are approving fast, or four-wheeler loans are approving fast. So they can take decision based on the performance of the branch wise from this layer. Okay, so this is what architecture we have for the data warehouse. So any question, guys? Anyone? Any question? Uh, yeah, go ahead. Okay, I will consider no, no doubt. So, what is data warehouse? We'll see. Like data warehouse is nothing but this layer. Okay, so this is the target table. So this is nothing but a database only. The database is nothing but a table only, a database table where like data will be stored permanently. Okay, so we'll see the definition wise. You have to also remember the same definition wise if you want your interview go smoothly, and you will give the exact answer. You can understand the things and you can tell same thing, or you can remember this and you can tell the same thing also. That is also fine. So they will ask you what is data warehouse in interview. They will ask what is data warehouse. So you will tell that data warehouse is nothing but it's a database only. And where in database our data will be subject oriented, integrated, non-volatile, and time variant. We will have data in a data warehouse which is subject oriented, integrated, non-volatile, and time variant. So what is subject oriented? So in data warehouse, as we know that it's organization data. So it will have all department data. Department means what? In any of the organization, what means by department? IT is a department, purchase section is a department, marketing, sales, finance. These are all departments. So all department data will be here in this layer warehouse. Okay, so this is the subject oriented. If you want, we can generate the data for the subject oriented. Say if I want to generate data for finance, so we can generate data for the finance. If you want integrated means what? Data warehouse integrated, there integrate data from multiple source. So multiple source means from multiple source. As I told you, as I mentioned, for like branch wise, they will have 1,000 branch. Those branch also will generate data. Online web browsing also will generate data. Loan facility also will generate data. So all this will generate data. Okay, so from there, it will get integrated and it will be stored first here, and then after transformation logic, it will go to data warehouse. So same thing, non-volatile means what? Once the data will be in a data warehouse, it will not change. That's why people are doing this much of hard work, so that like they will make final changes over here, and they will make final data into a data warehouse. So in between staging area and data warehouse, in some of the company, one more layer will be there, landing zone layer, so that they will apply again rules in that layer. So don't confuse, just consider this for now. When I will explain the real-time project, you can go for it, okay? So time variant means time variant data warehouse will store historical data. As I told you, it will store day by day transaction, week by week transaction, monthly by monthly transaction. It will be stored here, and then later on it will move to here. So in this layer, we will have final data, which will be 10 years, 15 years, 20 years data. Okay, or like from from when the company started, from that time we will have data. Okay, so this is what data warehouse definition. Okay, so I hope it is clear. If any question, please ask. I will consider you silent. You don't have any questions, so we'll move forward. Okay, so if you have any question, please ask and stop and ask. If you feel that I'm going fast, please let me know I'm going fast. I will go slow. Your understanding is important, not my completion of the course. Okay, so stop me if I will go fast. Tell me, I will explain it again. If you will ask me 10 times, I will explain 10 times. No problem for that. But you should understand. Okay, moreover, these are all theoretical part. You can remember, you can read, and you can also understand that. why data warehouse? So using data warehouse, one thing, we can store our organization data in a proper format and appropriate format. The data quality will be maintained. Okay, data quality will be maintained, and historical data will be kept, and we'll be able to generate the report from the this layer target data. So this is why we need data warehouse. So what is the difference between normal database and data warehouse? So normal database, you can say that this is the data sources are normal database. So if you consider 1,000 branch, HDFC Bank is having 1,000 branch, and each branch generates 1 lakh data, 1 lakh new customer data. Okay, so that will be stored in a first in one local database. In local database, that is nothing but normal database, and that is called as OLTP, online transaction processing. Okay, so that is called as OLTP. And normal database, in branch wise, they will have one database as well to store temporary data for day to day or week to week data. Okay, so in 1,000 branch, they will have 1,000 database, and then later, end of the day, end of the week, it will move to this layer. Okay, some that is what normal database. What is data warehouse? So data warehouse is nothing but it's a target database. So this is the data warehouse. Okay, so difference between normal database and target database is nothing but uh, this is the transaction data. 1,000 branch will generate some transaction per day, per week. So that will be stored temporarily here. So that is the transaction data, customer transaction data here will be stored. But if you consider here data warehouse, it will have historical data. It will have day-to-day transaction data or weekly transaction data. It will have overall history data from when the company started, organization started, or 10 years or 15 years from when ETL or data warehouse concept implemented. From that time, they will have whole data. Okay, and this data will be raw. Okay, so impurities will be there. The data will be not perfect in this layer, but in data warehouse, we'll have a perfect data. Okay, and this is for the to store the transaction data, and this layer, data warehouse layer, is used for the analysis of the business perspective. Okay, analysis of the business perspective. Anyone, if don't understand, please stop me. I will explain again and again. Okay, until unless you will not understand. So same definition I have updated. You please go through this and don't follow multiple document. Don't follow multiple document. You follow one document only, so that when you will attend interview, if the interview will ask what is the normal database or what is data warehouse, you will be able to give the perfect answer. You will be able to give the proper answer to interviewer. Understand
I
the
have
topic?
one doubt.
Yeah, yeah. Please go ahead. Please tell me your name.
Balwant here.
Yeah, yeah, Balwant. Go ahead. Tell me.
हाँ, तो ये जो स्टेजिंग एरिया है ना जहाँ पे
हाँ,
क्लींजिंग जहाँ पे करते हैं डेटा, तो
हाँ।
हाँ, सो ये कौन करता है? लाइक ETL टेस्टर करते हैं, लाइक कोई और करके देता है फूड?
अभी अभी देखो यहाँ पे क्या है ना कि बहुत सारा, जैसे डाटा वेयर हाउस है तो बहुत सारा टीम इसमें इन्वॉल्व है, ठीक है। So many teams will be involved. One is the source team will be there, whose job is to fetch data from the different sources and keep in the one place. Okay, and if they will find any difficulty to generate the data from source, they will they will perform the job. Staging area also, the cleansing things and all, the different teams will be there. But what we will do, will validate staging area to warehouse layer. Okay, our job is to validate data between staging area, source to target. How data is there, if any impurities is there. After working, data source has worked, that source team has worked. After that also we are getting any error in, like one scenario I will tell. One of the project when I was there, so I just we saw source data. Okay, our source was Oracle only. So Oracle, we received data, but the data was not proper. Some sales data was missing, like date-wise data. So it was repeating the same sales data. So we just raised the defect, and we just assigned the defect to source team that please look into this data. So they look into data. Because of that, we were not able to process the whole data for one day. So they look into data, they made it proper, and then once they load it, we perform our validation further. So that is what our job. So our job is to validate source and target. Okay, so staging area, whatever the transformation logic is applied, or the cleansing process is done, or concatenating first name or last name, merging the first name and last name. If you will see here our database, you will find that email does not have any signature at the rate gmail.com, at the rate outlook.com. So these are the like a problem. So business users, what they will tell that, okay, fine, I don't want a signature. You load it like this one. So they will load like that. But if they will tell that, no, I want signature also, please provide signature, so that in future I may contact this person for sales perspective. Okay, so advertisement perspective of the company. So they, what developer will do, they will code like that. They will add here at the rate gmail.com or at the rate outlook.com, and our job will be to validate, this is my source data, source is king, and our target should be at the rate gmail.com, king at the rate gmail.com. So we will write queries such a way that we will validate between source and target, this king first, and then later it's getting converted to string at the rate gmail.com. So this is what we validate our ETL testing. Okay, phone number, if you see here dot dot is there, but customer, they will say that, no, I want proper 10-digit number only. Okay, so this is also 10-digit, but without dot they want. So you have to make it proper. If you will see higher date, they have mentioned 03. What is this, month or year? We don't know. Correct. We are getting confused. If we have populated it this way, we can say that, okay, it's a day by data. But we don't know this 03 and 02 is, if you'll see this one, will you able to tell that this is month or this is the day, year? We cannot say this 06 is a month or year, or 03 is a month or year. So what customer will say, I want this data year in 4 format. Like if it's a 2003 data, then you populate 2003 properly. So that also we have to validate. And if customer want, I don't want job ID as a full name, you tell me whether that person belongs to press or VP or program or account. So you just tell me this. I will what you will do, you whatever the developer will develop, they will pass this as a source data. This is the source data, and target will have press BP program. So you will write to query like that. So you will validate that in source we have add underscore press, and in target we have add like only press data and BP data. So like that we have to validate. Okay. So this is the complete scenario how we work ETL tester. Okay. So it's easy only, it's not rocket science, but developer job will be very difficult. They have to be available all the time, and they have to make things proper. Sometimes what happen, like a tester will have from the developer also. If you have a good like if you have contact with developer, and you did not understand the structure or architecture of the project, then you can contact developer and tell ask that what it exactly, but that is not valid one. You should not contact developers. You should do testing independent. That is the 100% pure testing. But in some case, I'm saying that a developer will also help you when you will go in a project. If you will have contact, or they will help you to understand the project and what exactly they have developed and what exactly you have to test. They will try to understand, make sure that you understand the means you will get help from the developer as well. Okay, so once you will go in a company, you will have a nice setup there. Okay, so it's not difficult to work there, but once like you should have basic knowledge how to do. Okay, so next topic, any question, any other question? Hope I'm clear. Balwant, is it clear for you? Balwant?
It's fine.
Okay. 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 So next topic, what is ETL? Okay. So for today, it's more, or how you feel? We should continue or we should stop?
It's fine. We can go.
Okay. So we'll next topic we can consider what is ETL. Okay, so ETL stands for extract, transform, and load. What it means by extract and transform and load means if you will see our diagram, what we are doing from here, source 1,000 store are generating millions of data per day. Okay, and from the web browsing data and all these things. So the all data will be in this format, like either in a database or in a flat file. Okay, so what we will do, we will extract data from here. We will fetch data, we will extract data, we will pull data from the source, and we will load data into target. So we will extract data, we will fetch data, we will pull data, and we'll apply transformation logic here. Okay, and we will load the data into data warehouse, which is nothing but target data. So that is what extract, transform, and load. Extract, transform, and load. So transform means use transformation logic, business rules. What are the rules business want to apply? What are the changes business want to make changes for their source data, and they want to load into the data warehouse. So that is what extract, transform, and load we have. So if you will go for definition by, then it will be also same. Data extraction, the purpose of reading and extracting the data from multiple source system into the Informatica server is called the data extraction. So multiple sources, extracting data from multiple sources is nothing but data extraction. Okay. So data transformation is what? Applying a transformation logic. Applying a transformation logic is nothing but data transformation. Okay. Data transformation process of converting the data into required format. So required format means what? Here required format meaning is business format. Business people, how they want their data to be available in their target. So according to that, only transformation logic will be applied. So data transformation supports the following activities such as data merging. Okay, so merge data from multiple sources. Data cleansing. So as I told you that we have a data this email ID is not in proper format, or job ID is like AD underscore is very difficult to read. So they want only the press data and program data. So they will make data proper, or like here is a month or year, we don't know which one is there. So and this null, what is this null? This is also kind of error only. So we don't want this null. We want some with some value. If it's a manager ID, it does not have manager ID, then you mention here not applicable any. That is what customer want. Okay. Or here also, if you commission percentage, if also it's mentioned null. So I don't want null values. I want you mention as not applicable. The customer requirement, customer how they want their data looks like, they can take it. So this is what data cleansing. Data aggregation means it aggregates the data using the aggregate functions such as sum, mean, max, or count. So these are the things they can perform. Data scrubbing used to derive the new data will be populated. So this is what data loading means. The data till here we saw extract data, transform data, and we will have final. We have to load also. So for loading data, we will have two process. For loading data, we have two process. One is initial load, full load, and another one is delta load or incremental load or daily load. So what initial load do? They first time whenever you will be loading data into your target, into your data warehouse. First time whenever you are loading data into a target database, that is called as initial load, okay, or full load. So first time whenever you are loading data into an empty database, that is called as initial load. Okay. So same thing, the definition is, it is the first step, it add or insert the data into an empty target table. Okay, initial load or full load. Delta load or incremental load or daily load is means what? When you have loaded data, initially you have loaded data, may say yesterday you have loaded data, that is called as initial load. But today also we are going to load data top of yesterday's data. So that will be called as incremental load. Okay, so adding data on the previous data. Okay, so that is nothing but incremental load. Yesterday's data, like that is so yesterday data, all data will be stored, and it will store data again incremental. Today, if we'll store again data, then it will be called as incremental load or daily load. Okay, so this is what we have a ETL process. Okay, any question? Any question, guys? Let me know if you have any question.
No.
Okay. So what is OLTP? So OLTP stands for online transaction processing. So as I shown you in a diagram, so just see this OLTP concept and OLEP concept. I will explain you in a diagram what is OLTP. So this is the OLTP, online transaction processing, which will be responsible to store transaction data. This is OLAP. So OLAP for the analysis purpose. Analytical, so full form is online analytical processing. So this is for the analysis purpose. So this layer will be called as OLAP. This one data sources will be called as OLTP. So this will be OLTP will be responsible for transaction activity. OLAP will be responsible for analysis purpose. Okay. So that is what same definition is there. Okay, the full form of online transaction processing. OLTP are transaction data. Okay, day-to-day transaction, week-by-week transaction. Definitely, when we say day-to-day transaction or a week-to-week transaction, it will have a small amount of data compared to OLAP. OLAP are all history data. Okay, tables and joins are complex since they are normalized. This is done to reduce redundant data and to save the storage space. Okay, tables and joins are complex. This is done to reduce redundant data. So just remember this. This is the it has fast response time. Okay, fast response time means when we go to any billing counter, if it will take more time, then you will not wait more. You will go to other store. So they have to make their response time faster for at the counter level. Okay, uh, so that we will not go anywhere. Like we'll do transaction there only. OLTP stored records of the last few days or weeks. As I told you, it's the day-to-day transaction data, or it stores week by transaction data. ER modeling techniques are used to design the database design. So we'll not go in depth. Okay, performance is low for the analytical query. So we don't need analysis here because we'll not able to do analysis. For the analysis, we need history data to do any analysis. If you want to analyze any store data, any if you see Bangalore store, we have one is MG Road. Okay, so MG Road one store is there. So I want to analyze the performance of that data, but you need at least 10 days or 30 days, 1 month data, so that you can say that this month or in 30 days this branch did good. So this is what but like here we are storing only day 1 day data or 1 week transaction data. So we analysis is very difficult here to predict properly. Okay, so insert update command will be done in the OLTP layer. In the source side we can do insert, update, and delete, not B, but in the store wise. Okay. OLTP, what is OLTP? OLAP. So OLAP is online analytical processing. It's the same thing. It will store historical data. It will have big size. It will have big size. It is used to read, optimize for read operation. We cannot perform delete, insert, update in OLAP, because if you will delete one record also from the history will be lost. Okay. So tables and joins are simple, so that they can get they will have better response time for analytical queries. It is used to access millions of records. So millions of billions of record will be there in this layer. Okay, so this is what OLAP, OLTP. Okay, uh, everyone understood or any question? I feel no one is having any questions. I will move forward. Okay, so this topic we'll see tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow at 10 o'clock we'll connect and we'll see, we'll start this topic tomorrow. So for now, anyone is having any question, please let me know so that I'll clear it. And I will share the recording if you have not subscribed my channel, then please do subscribe. I will share you the link. Okay.
Share this document as well. You know.
Sorry. Yeah, I will share this document. And one more thing, after each
Yeah.
class, when we'll finish the class, I will share you the document. What I say, I today I taught data warehouse concept document. Then I will share you the document within 1 hour or 2 hours. We'll share you the document after completion of each document. Recording session will be available. Okay, so you can go through the recording session as well. For
Yeah,
that,
that will do. That will do.
you just subscribe my channel, and so this is my channel. Subscribe this channel and you will get
Okay.
update day wise or like class wise. Okay, so this is what we
Okay.
have. And moreover, like we'll explain the real time project and all this. That's all. Any question anyone have? Okay, Satish,
So
Balwant.
I have one question.
Uh,
I have one question. The ETL process, overall the ETL process, is working in which area? If we are talking about the data warehouse, there are three, four processes like data source, then data scaling, then data warehouse. Then it will go to the separate data stack. Then it will go for the customer. So the ETL process is basically work on which areas?
So general thing is that when you will go for ETL testing, it is nothing but we are validating source and target. Source is what staging we will have all transformation logic, and we will consider staging as a source, our source, and target will be our data warehouse. So whatever the changes we are going to do in a staging area, whatever the transformation logic we are going to write in a staging area, that we have to validate. We have to write source query and target query such a way that we will validate that those changes are made in a target database when we load it or not. So this is what. So in real time, when you will work, you will have one more layer in between. So say it's a landing zone layer in between the staging and target, so that there also multiple tables will be involved. So this is the when I will explain the real time project, you will understand better on this one. But now you think that we are just going to validate source and target. So what we are going to validate source and target? We are going to validate count the number of record what is there in our source, and a number of count of the data in target. How many records are we process? Say 1,000 records we process from source, and 1,000 records should go to target also. So if it will not go 1,000 records, then we have to track it where we are missing those records. Say 990 record is only loaded, so we'll see that why this 10 record is not get loaded, which are the table is terminating, which are the table are rejecting to load this data. So these are the depth level you will do by validation. All architecture, all these things you will have access to see the data. You will run into the query. Say you will say that select a start from table name, particular name, table name, where employee ID in 10 missing data ID you will say. Then for 10 table are involved, then same query you will write in the 10 table, and you will see that, oh, this query only this table only our 10 data got stuck or 5 got data got stuck. So you will just check with developer why it is happening. If it's a valid defect, you will raise the defect. So this is what we are doing. One is count validation, then you will do source how 1,000 data is there, and then how 1,000 data is loading into target. You will do minus query as well in source and target. You will do duplicate validation. Okay, so whatever the data we have loaded into target, only 1,000 record here and 1,000 record in target. So apart from 1,000, we have not pulled extra record. No, like we don't have the duplicate, right? Or 1,000 record is a process 2 times, something like that. We will validate, and it will be like testing will be done. And data types also according to the mapping document you have to validate. This is what we will validate. Okay, so any other
Okay,
question?
so one more thing, data scaling and data cleaning. Okay. If the ETL tester point of view, what we are doing, what process we are performing at that particular point.
Sorry?
This is the process, data cleansing, data manipulation, like that in that block. Will you share me the your
Yeah,
screen?
sure. Just
Data warehouse, overall block.
Okay.
Data architecture.
In a staging area, you mean to say that when we are making data
Yeah,
as a proper data, what it means?
in a stage. Yeah, in a staging area. Okay. As an ETL tester point of view. Okay. As a just for imagine we are the ETL tester, and what performance we are performing in that area, in a staging area, data cleansing, data scaling, like that. What kind of work we are performing?
So data cleansing and all is like source team will do. Okay, so they will make data proper and then they will load it. So our job is to apply, I mean, see the transformation logic. So if I say, I explain you like our email ID is like single name, but I want to add signature also at the rate gmail.com, at the rate or outlook.com. So this is the data after transformation logic. Before that, we have raw data like this. Okay, we have data like this. I want my final data, or business people, they want data that should looks like uh, at the rate gmail.com, at the rate outlook.com. So what we will do, we will have a staging layer also, we will have a database, we'll write a query there to validate this one. And in target also, we will have a target database, where there also will write a query and will validate that whether it's matching or not. Okay, so that is the business rule. One example I took, general example, but customer, they want that my date should be in 4 times year should represent, not only 2 times. So the developer will do write the query like that, and we will write our query such a way that we will validate here also in a staging area database and in target database. Okay, so those rules.
So one more question. From the data source to the staging area, data will be transformed, populated automatically, right? There is no interferer. There is not a single work performed by the ETL tester, right? There is no use of ETL tester.
One point, don't involve in this layer, data source layer. But for your idea purpose, I will say you how the data will be processed. So from this data, from here, the data will be pulled every one day, single day, one day. Like it's a day-to-day transaction, no? So end of the day, the data will be pulled from here and it will be stored. And weekly also, some of the company, they will do transaction weekly also. So weekly, once the data will be moved to here, so they will have one scheduling tool in between, whose job will be like where like developer will write such a code, such a way the script. Okay, so it will every day at 11:59 p.m. it will fetch the data. It will extract the data and it will load here. In between that, one tool will be there, scheduling tool. They will apply Postman or something, and it will be like fetch data from, extract data from here, and it will be load here. End of the day or end of the week.
So it's all automatic.
Automatic. It's not like manual. Every day 12 o'clock, one person will sit and will transfer. Not like that.
It's all automatic. There is no use of the ETL tester to work on.
And Informatica tool will come in picture here, staging area to warehouse, data warehouse. So this is your source and this is your target. That Informatica tool will come in between this place. So if you will say that this is your staging area, okay, and this is your data warehouse, okay. So data will come from here to here. or you can say that Informatica tool will be involved here. Informatica tool will be involved here, and it will be why Informatica tool? To apply this business logic, to apply this business logic, to apply these rules, to apply these rules, the developer will write the code into their Informatica, and they will create mapping such a way that when we'll run our job, Informatica job, workflow manager job, okay, workflow manager job, it will, that rules will be applied on the source data, and the final data will be loaded after transformation logic. Hope it is clear.
That is my point. Then. If all the script and all the process and all the transformation process is already defined by the developer team, then what is the use of the ETL tester team? We are not
Why?
developer. We are just the user of the process.
Okay, you mean you say that in you take a one manufacturing example. Okay, uh, you have seen sometimes it will be written backside of the product, passed okay, tested okay.
Yes.
Why they need to test it when it's generated, when they have manufactured it? Why they need to test it? They can sell it directly, no? To function it properly, they need to test it, whether this product is working or not. So same thing here, when developer, they have developed their data, their code into a staging, into a Informatica. So we are the tester, we will check that whether the transformation logic is applied or not by developer. By developer, they have applied or not in Informatica tool properly according to our mapping document or not, and then it's got loaded proper data here as per the customer requirement, it's got loaded or not. Getting my point? This is you think that we are having raw data, and here the transformation logic is applied, and here we have all transform data, final data, we have all final data. Okay, so and here developer will apply all transformation logic and rules and all, and we are the tester. We will validate that. Okay, developer had developed. I will check that whether they have applied or not. If they have not applied, then we will raise defect and we'll assign a developer. You have not done your job properly. Do it like that. Okay. So this is the scenario. Any other question anyone is having?
Okay, thank you.
Anyone is having any question? Please let me know. Silas, any question?
Oh, no, Bhaiya.
Okay, so one question came. One question, Jen, like ETL tester rule is only limited to checking count or beyond. So not only checking the count, our job is to check the first one is count. Okay, second one we have to do to duplicate validation. Okay, duplicate validation. Third one we have to see that if this is having 107 record, and after transformation logic everything rules are applied, and its same 107 record is get loaded into target, then we will do minus query to check that whatever the changes are there, whether it's applied or not. That we'll see in when we'll do Informatica, we'll see all transformation logic, whatever the rules are applied, and we'll write a multiple scenario based on the business logic, business rules. Okay, another one we'll see data type check. Okay, data type check, and another one we'll see business rules, whatever the client they want their data to be looks like business rules. So these are the things we will validate. So it's not only count, it's other than that also. So other question, duplicate record can be avoided in transformation, like select distinct row only. So whatever you have question, when you will complete Informatica, that time we'll answer this question, because not a correct time to answer this question. Okay. So if you want to, you can be with me till the end, and I will answer all these questions for the when we have Informatica sessions. So when we have Informatica sessions, that time we will answer all your questions. So I want to show you people as like how our Informatica tool looks like. So this is the Informatica tool. So this is the Informatica tool, how it looks like. Okay, so here we have repository, here we have designer, here we have a workflow manager, and monitor window. Okay, so we'll see when we will do all this Informatica things. We'll perform multiple actions. We'll see how we can validate with the different scenario. In one of the scenario, like maximum we have done validation 18 test cases. 18 test cases we have written. We have validated data, null validations and others and all these things. So guys, don't worry. We'll take care of everything. I don't want to complete everything in one class. Okay. I don't want to make you confused. People do, but I don't want to do. Okay. So we'll go slowly, class by class, step by step. Don't jump. Will not jump to other things. Okay. So okay. This is what we have today's class. Let's connect tomorrow 10 o'clock, and we'll. Silas, you were asking some question.
No, yeah.
Okay. So we'll connect tomorrow again. Okay.
Okay.
And we'll see